a sleepy goblin king coming live from someone's basement to let you know you're tuning in to another episode of Ramblings of the Mad, there is about a 30% chance that absolute mayhem and chaos is about to ensue. A 100% chance you will go insane just from listening to us, but these are the Ramblings of the Mad, and you're the one who decided to tune in. So go ahead, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hey, welcome to Ramblings of the Mad. I am one of your hosts. My name is Jess, and I'll let my other co-hosts introduce themselves.
Hey, I'm Ellie.
Hi, I'm Chris.
Okay, I'm taking a deep breath for this because we got some shit to say. I would like to ramble before we get into the rest of the show. First, full stop. We do not condone political violence, and we do not condone the silencing of people who disagree with us. If you think that is our lane, you are listening to the wrong podcast. We believe in debate, even heated debate, and we believe in defending the right to speak. Censorship is not an acceptable tool for political change. Now, we had planned to spend the entire episode unpacking the chatter, the rhetoric, and the fallout from Charlie Kirk's death. But then we realized something important. The more airtime we give to the spectacle, the more space we hand over to the people who want to turn this into a martyr story. And that is exactly what the right wants. They can take every nuance, twist it, and present Kirk as a political saint to rally their worst followers. And we are not going to be an amplification machine for that. So here's the truth we will say once, clearly, and then move on. I want to reiterate that words matter. Words can be weaponized and turned into political violence. Kirk, Fuentes, Trump, and others understand this and use it to their advantage daily. Their rhetoric did not just spark debate. It shaped attitudes, stoked resentment, and created an atmosphere where violence began to feel like a justified response, even if they personally claimed to denounce it. What happened to Kirk was abhorrent, full stop. But we cannot ignore that his words were deeply problematic. His platform amplified conspiracy theories, normalized hostility towards marginalized groups, and gave cover to extremist talking points. Pointing this out is not defiling his memory. It is about recognizing the damage his words caused. To ignore that would only allow the same cycle of radicalization to continue unchecked. Now, the aftermath of his death shows exactly how words ripple outward. HBCUs were forced to shut down because of threats of violence. This did not happen because a Black person committed the act. It happened because many of Kirk's loudest and most loyal followers are white supremacists who seized on his assassination as a rallying cry. They openly describe it as a trigger point to cleanse the country of the 13%, which means Black Americans. That escalation did not happen in a void. It came directly from the atmosphere Kirk helped create. Now, we should also be clear. We are under no obligation to mourn him. Empathy is not owed to someone whose influence was built on spreading division and emboldening hate. His death may be tragic in the sense that any life cut short is tragic, but that does not erase the harm he caused while alive. Acknowledging the violence done against him does not require pretending that his words were harmless or that he was some kind of saint. Sharing the truth of what Kirk said and did to foster this environment is not celebrating his death. It is holding a public figure accountable for the real-world consequences of his rhetoric. Critique is not celebration. It is a refusal to look away from how dangerous words reshape society, even when the person at the center of them is gone. And we do not need to soften the truth with hollow empathy for someone who helped create that danger. So
Beautifully said.
anyway, did you all hear that NASA found life on Mars?
What a great segue.
Jess, that segue was out of this world. Very proud
Out of it. Out of it.
Listen, I just had to. Because life on Mars, how fucking exciting is that? We've been looking for it for decades, and we finally have the proof.
It's been hiding from us. Have you met us as a species? Have you met us?
It definitely needs to hide from us. That's for sure.
I agree. For sure.
Because we're not the we're not the nicest.
We're far from all of that. Yeah.
My mom used to have a it looked like a driver's license, but it wasn't. It was just one of those little fake novelty things, and it said keys to the mothership are located, and it gave some stupid coordinates or whatever. And Mom was like, "This is my ticket home." I'm like,
Okay. Your ticket home. Going to Mars.
I can't find it. I have a keychain from a chocolate factory in Indiana.
Mm.
And it's the Uranus chocolate factory.
Oh, that's here. That's here in Missouri. And it is fucking hilarious. The Uranus chocolate factory.
And I also
they can't take us anywhere. I'm just saying.
And I also have a sign. I don't know where the fuck did I put it. I don't know where I put it. But it says everyone's welcome in Uranus.
That is hilarious. That is comical. I watched a whole guy do a commentary on that store, and they're like, it's almost like a 5-year-old designed everything in that store. I have yet to go. I've drove past it, but I've never been to it yet, even though I'm in the state that it's in.
Well, they have 2 locations, one in Indiana and one in Missouri. It's the same company.
Same company, yep.
Oh, I found a picture of it. Actually, I was wrong in what it says. Here, let me share this because this is really fucking funny. We are having big fun in Uranus.
General store.
And then there's the keychain.
That is hilarious.
I-69. And then here's the sign of it. Uranus Fudge Factory and General Store. And of course, a picture of me right in front of the sign because I had to do it. And the only reason why I found this is I was doing Uber at the time. I was driving Uber at the time. And somebody needed a ride from Indianapolis to where this is located in Indiana. And we drove by it. And I'm like, holy shit, I need to stop there. So after I dropped the person off, I turned off my app and I went shopping at Uranus Fudge Factory. And the fudge is actually really, really good. There are 2 of them. They're owned by the same company. There are 2 of them. It's just, yeah.
There used to be I don't remember what the place was called because we're talking this was 30 plus odd years ago. But in Toledo, there used to be these little shops on the pier and that whole area. And they had a fudgery in there. Do not remember the name of the fudgery. However, when they would be flipping and working the fudge, they would sing. And I don't mean just normal songs. No. Like the one they sang was a parody of Lean on Me. But it was We All Need Some Fudge to Eat On.
Oh, God.
And as a kid, I thought that shit was hilarious.
That is very hilarious.
Listen,
if you stand there long enough as a little kid, they used to give you a little piece.
Any kind of fart joke or Uranus joke is funny. There's no way around it. And people who don't think it's funny have no sense of humor whatsoever.
No.
None.
No, they can get out. Bye. Get out of here.
Bye, Felicia.
Pablo. I always get the hot fudge from Uranus.
Ooh, woo.
Oh, God.
I don't know if that's something you really want to be sharing, but okay.
Oh, are we gonna do our?
Yes, we're doing this today. I don't even know why you're asking.
There's. Yes,
Okay,
it was this one.
Let me see if I upload. I did uploaded it. Okay, here we go. Ooh woo.
Ooh, woo. God. The fudgery fudge. Is this another fudge factory place, Ryan? She shared a link.
Yes, the fudgery. That was it. That's the one that was in Toledo.
That was it. Oh, you're all giddy now.
That's amazing.
I have not been to that yet.
I'm happy when, I have stupid memories from my childhood.
Okay, so back to the Mars thing, because I really want to talk about it.
Oh, here we go. She's going to info dump now.
Come on with it. Let's go.
Well, I'm actually not going to info dump. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play a TikTok that talks about it for you guys to watch, because she explains things very, very well. And if you don't follow Astro Alexandra on TikTok, you need to, because she gets it. She explains things very, very well. And she really hypes things up, and I love her energy. She's just a beautiful person. So let's go ahead and share this video.
Sound. There's no sound on that. Am I hearing a sound on it?
You're not getting any sound?
That's a negative.
Play the sound, damn it.
It's always some kind of technical thing that's going on.
Did you turn it off and really back on again?
Here, let's do this. Let's just show the caption so people can read about it.
If it'll show.
Can you hear her? Can you hear her at least?
No. Exit the stream and then try restreaming. Maybe that might. No, I mean like close your sharing screen. Maybe try reopening it where it shows sound. I have no idea.
Boo.
Boo.
Okay, here we go. Here's captions.
Okay. No. It's not.
Oh,
wait.
Jess is going to flip a table in about 0.2 seconds.
Don't hear it still. You know that, Jess.
I just noticed that the captions aren't showing up. because I
No,
dragged my
it says
caption.
when you. Yeah.
Let's do it this way.
We'll figure it
Let's
out.
share the entire fucking screen.
That might work, maybe.
I mean, anything's worth a shot.
My favorite mug I'm going to present to you guys while we wait for technical issues is this mug here. This is Jack Skellington. I'm a big fan. I love this cup. I have another cup. Unavailable. Wait. It's unavailable. Captions are unavailable for that.
Yep.
Try now, maybe. It's not working.
Let's do accessibility. Live captions.
Bab's like, her video is so loud. Can you turn it down a bit?
And Ellie, if you like Jack, I should probably tell you that I have, well, at last count, like 7 different patterns for things for Jack Skellington.
Noted.
Jack Skeleton is awesome. Okay,
Yes.
So the Windows caption is actually working. So we'll just do that.
Negative Ghost Rider. It doesn't show for us.
Nope.
I'm showing the wrong thing on stream.
That would help. That would help.
Oh my
god. Okay, we try it again. We're gonna read the captions, guys.
Here we go. Woo!
I saw her video on TikTok, and I didn't realize that that's who you were referring to, but I saw that. I'm like, wow. That's actually like really good with like the microorganism stuff and like deep in the surface, and we've never seen it. Like it's pretty interesting.
Like that is just so freaking cool.
Now, my only question to them is okay, so how advanced do we think the life on Mars was? Or is, if there's like, maybe are they still in like the center of the planet or some shit?
You know, there's a lot of theories on that. And most of it is conspiracy.
A lot of it is a lot of conspiracy.
I
think in actuality that if there was life, it was teeny tiny.
Yeah.
very in the microorganism level, not advanced like how our planet became.
Yeah, it's very,
in my belief, anyways, from what I gathered.
If there was any kind of advanced civilization of any type, any kind of civilization on the planet, they weren't advanced enough to keep the planet from dying from what happened with Mars and the stripping of the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
So if there is other life, we're not going to find it on the surface. We're actually going to have to dig like we do for dinosaurs and other anthropology and archaeology stuff to find anything. And that requires us to actually be on the surface to do that. And with our current political climate, I'm not sure we're going to reach Mars in our lifetimes.
There are going to be people that are trying to leave the planet just because of the current political climate.
The problem with that is shielding from radiation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because the way the Earth atmosphere does, it shields us from a lot of radiation and keeps us protected in a lot of ways. But it's sorry, I just saw the Discord message and had to go look. So we have to keep that in mind, because when you go in space, there's not a whole lot of shielding for that, and they've built shielding into our rocket ships and space stations, and they're working on that for Mars and that kind of stuff. But for space travel itself, it's difficult because you can shield with water around the spaceship, but water is a hot commodity.
Yup.
And then you also have the effects of zero grav that has on the body. Like we're seeing the long-term effects with astronauts who spend a lot of time on the space station. Like one of our senators, Kelly. Yeah, Kelly. I mean, he was up on the space station for a long time, and it caused a lot of health issues for him now being back on Earth. Like he's going blind. There's a lot of problems. You lose bone density because of lack of gravity. So you have to sit there and you have to do a whole bunch of exercises, kind of keep up with it, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of things that we have to kind of work out before we can do long-term space travel, even though it's going to take us 9 months to get from Earth, or 6 months, 9 months, something like that.
Yeah.
And then you also have trajectory timings and windows of when you can launch to do that, and in order to hit it, and like the math involved in all of this is just
no thank you.
And my husband is a huge space nerd, and he loves it. Huh?
I have the dumb. Don't look at me with all that math.
Yeah, no. When I have space questions, I talk to my husband about it because he wanted to be an astrophysicist. So, we talk a lot about it, and he explains things to me so I can understand how it works, because I'm an earth sciences person. I am not I get excited about space and the science involved in it, but I am an earth sciences person through and through. Like, give me a fucking volcano and I'm the happiest person on earth, especially if it's erupting.
Do you do the flappy arms?
I don't, oh my God.
Let me tell you, the first time I saw a volcano was Mount St. Helens. And that it was in 2019. And the first time I saw it, we drove up, we parked, I walked out, and I'm just, beaming and crying at the same time, because it was like the most exciting thing in the world to me. And I was doing the whole flappy arm thing too at the same time. And my husband and my daughter were both looking at me like I was an insane person.
You okay?
They thought it was really fucking amusing.
I get that same kind of look from Aiden, I'll do something and I'll get excited about it, and she will go, "Mama, you all right over there?" Nope.
It's crazy how excited I get about all of that stuff. Like,
Oh, I think it's adorable.
I have I signed up for a portion of USGS where anytime there's an earthquake over 5.0, I get emailed about, so I can stay on top of earthquakes that are happening, that kind of stuff.
Interesting.
And I am on the geologist side of TikTok. Well, before my account got banned.
Yeah.
That really sucks, man.
So I need to get back on it, but I would go on videos that were like feeding disinformation about Yellowstone and all of that. And of course I have to correct it because that's who I am. And I am, yeah.
We would expect nothing less, just so we're clear.
Yes. And that's also part of why my account got banned.
Oh, is it comment based why you got banned?
No, actually, it's because I posted 2 graphics from the Anti-Defamation League, and that showed the stats of right-wing extremist violence versus left, and who does more.
Oh gosh, that's what got you banned.
And they were butthurt.
That was my last strike. The video before that got flagged was me calling out the martyrdom of Kirk. I appealed that one and it was rejected. And I didn't say anything that was misinformation or inflammatory at all.
The censorship
Right.
is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. And then I had a couple of other videos from a couple months ago that had the same problem. And one comment, because I was actually really rude and I deserved to get the flag on that one.
Well,
I deserved it, but the person that it was directed at deserved to be served in that manner. Because I don't play with racist. So
no. Absolutely not.
Nope.
Absolutely not. So I'm trying to build up my backup account. I have 25 followers now, which breaks my heart because it's taken me 5 years to get to 9,000 followers on TikTok on my main account.
It's unfortunate. That sucks.
It sucks. It really does. It really does.
So anyways, what about that? Go ahead.
You want to talk about the aliens?
Well, what about that giant space thing that's going to be flying to us that we speculate is a spaceship?
You want to talk about the aliens?
That makes
Look at how excited she is. Look at how excited she is.
Can we talk about that?
So in 2017, astronomers discovered an object that they call Mau. I think is how you pronounce it. It's a really funky spelling.
Papa Mau.
Exactly. And it is the first confirmed object from another solar system to visit ours. And the statement here that I'm reading from CBS News, it was unlike anything NASA has seen before. And let me show you an artist impression of what this looks like. This is what they think it looks like.
If it is a comment.
It looks like a giant fucking dildo is what it looks like.
I wasn't gonna say it. Look, this mouth may do a lot of things, but I wasn't gonna say that one.
You need a lot of lube for that. That's for sure.
God.
Spit on it and push harder.
It is 10 times longer than it is wide, and there's no water and no ice on it, and there's no comet-like tail.
That's the part that gets me. That's the part right there. I'm like, there's no back end. There's nothing that's like, how is it moving then, you know?
The thing that got to me, it's actually sped up and moved away from the sun.
It like this shit makes my brain hurt. And do they estimate when it would, like, if it's coming toward us, or like when it would quote unquote arrive?
Yes.
I almost went into
I just need to know, is this going to involve some really fuckered up situation where we've got like Aerosmith singing in the background and people, you know, doing their goodbyes and shit? Like,
I may or may not have had an existential crisis at some point regarding this.
Okay, so this object has already passed Earth, and it happened in 2017. It's already passed us by. They saw how ghetto we are and said, "Fuck that, we are not visiting."
You know what? To be fair, listen.
Hold up.
You know,
hold up. No.
We're a little crazy over here.
Hold up, because it's not the ghetto. The ghetto is not what they looked at. Because I'm Contretto. I'm part country, part ghetto. Don't mess with me. But no. What'd
you call it?
Contretto.
Contretto.
Part country, part ghetto.
I had to stop you and go, what'd you call it?
Like, no. The aliens, what they did was they saw our leaders and they went, nah, fam.
Nah.
Okay. I mean, if you were an alien and you saw a speech from Trump, would you really want to visit?
Yeah, nah.
That would be terrifying.
We don't deserve that that alien technology.
No, when we finally see aliens, it's because they're going to be like rescuing some of us.
Please take me.
God,
get me out of here. Get me out of here. I don't want to be here anymore.
Take me home. Take me home.
I honestly hope it's kind of like War of the Worlds, and they just wipe us out. We deserve to be wiped out.
I have that.
We're doing it to our own damn selves.
We are. But if anything, I kind of agree with that. Like, we, as a species, are very flawed, and we fall back on evolving on so many different levels, on so many different times in our timeline through civilization where we could have potentially evolved, and we keep progressing because we are powered by our ego. That's all this is. Everything that evolves anything is our ego.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. So, speaking of ego.
Hold on. Walk with me for a minute. Okay. Walk with me for a minute.
Okay.
So,
working with you.
We've got the aliens looking and going, nah, fuck that shit. However, my question, because I have watched a lot of these, is aliens. Okay? Ancient aliens, right?
Oh, yeah, I watched the fuck out of that.
I don't care what side of the argument people stand on. There are just some things that you cannot explain away with the level of technology that those ancient peoples had.
Oh, yeah. I think I agree.
And so my question is are the aliens looking at us now and going, nah, we gave you gifts and y'all just fucking threw that shit away. We ain't coming back.
It's pretty fair.
Or are they looking at that stuff and going, no, we like the ones that actually believe it. And we're just gonna, like, George, whatever I can never say his last name. I'm not even going to try to murder it. From Ancient Aliens, that dude's going to be first in line. They're going to yank him first and his funky hair. Jess is looking it up.
Well, I have to post the image.
I do believe that they were here, and I do believe that the UAPs that we see are their version of our drones. So they have probes that are constantly observing us. I've known somebody who just saw who saw 3 in the last month compared to 3 that they saw in 10 years recently. And I don't know. I try not to freak out about it, but like,
I welcome
something
it.
to
Let's
ponder, something to absolutely ponder on.
Exactly. I love you, Jess. I love you so much.
I had to go through my memes to find that.
I love you.
Ancient
motherfucking aliens.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a scientist at Harvard. He has a PhD in physics. His name is Dr. Loeb. He's 62 years old. Just to give an idea of who he is, he was a farm boy. And he absolutely believes that this object that flew by Earth is an alien spaceship. It's absolutely conceivable that it is.
No, you know what it is? You know what it is? All these aliens are pissed off because they saw all the episodes of Star Trek and they want to know where Kirk and Picard are.
Listen. Okay, listen. That's Picard's my guy. Okay. I'm an absolute nerd when it comes to that, and I'm pissed that they took the show off Netflix and moved it just to Paramount.
I need to download. I need to download all the Star Treks, or buy them on Blu-ray or whatever I need to do, so I have them all.
I just mainly like the Next Gen, Voyager, and then I also like the newer one that came out, Picard. That's it. I don't really give 2 flying fucks about the other ones. They don't have the same feel for me.
Now, see, I'm old. Okay, I'm old, and I know this. But for me, the original series, that still holds a little bit for me. But that's mostly because that's what I grew up and started watching. My favorite episode ever of all the Star Treks is an original series one, and it's The Trouble with Tribbles.
Oh, of course, because tribbles are fucking
Tribbles are amazing, and Klingons are afraid of tribbles. The ones who are not afraid of anything are afraid of a fuzzball.
When they made the tribbles as part of the new movie series, I about fucking died. Because that was just... That was fucking amazing. And also, can we just say how amazingly hot William Shatner is when he was younger?
Oh, when he was younger? Oh, yeah.
Yes. No, yes.
When he was younger, yeah. Nowadays, not so much.
Because look at that man.
Oh, yeah, he was a good-looking man back in the day.
Absolutely.
There's a reason that he got all the,
Yeah. He's an absolute shit of a person.
Yes. But back in the day, when women was throwing their panties at him, like, ah.
Yes. Pablo, I would date him.
Oh, God.
I think we'd all would date him. And O'Hara, I would totally have dated her.
I had a thing for Data. Listen, so I have a figurine of Data. I have a robot crush with Data. It's my secret confession, guys.
Brent Spiner is such an amazing actor.
Right.
Such an amazing actor. And I love him as Data. He did such a fantastic job. And you can see the progression through TNG, how he was, trying to figure out what to do with Data and how to present him. But as the seasons went on and the episodes went on, you could see him fully settle into
you
who
saw
Data
the growth.
is.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it was just like, I absolutely
when he
loved
played the scientist on the movie
Independence.
Yes, thank you. I love you.
That
Jess and I are sharing a singular brain cell today.
Mm-hmm.
My all-time favorite actor is Jeff Goldblum. And you add Brent Spiner to it, who's like in my top 10. You've got I was fawning the entire movie. And then when Brent Spiner showed up on the screen, I was just like the whole mad scientist thing that he does was
he was perfect.
Just amazing. And I love the fact that he's gay in the movies. Yes. You haven't seen the second one, have you?
I don't think so.
Because Independence Day 2 or whatever it's called, his partner is there. Ooh. When he wakes up, because he didn't die. He was just in a coma for like decades.
Forever, yeah.
But yeah, he was gay, and I'm like, representation. This is awesome. Absolutely loved it.
Now, if you like Jeff Goldblum, did you see The Fly?
Yes.
Classic.
I have to look up these things because I am horrible with faces and names of things. And
the one thing that stuck with me about the movie The Fly is when they go in to talk to him after so much of his changes have happened. And they're like, oh my God, you're getting worse. And he goes, I'm not getting worse. I'm getting better. I don't know why that part stuck, but that line is what stuck with me for all these years.
It's been a long, long time since I've seen The Fly. And one of my favorite actresses is in The Fly, Gina Davis.
Oh,
yeah. And they were married for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Which was really cool. Okay. This is not an image that is safe for work. So if you're watching
Show it.
This is Jeff Goldblum in The Fly.
Oh my God. He's so young there. Oh my God.
Right? So young, but so freaking hot.
Did you? I mean, I don't know about all that.
And then of course, this picture.
Did you ever see Earth Girls? Did you ever see Earth Girls Are Easy?
Yes. Earth Girls Are Easy is such a good movie.
Oh my God, it's a classic. Absolute classic.
It is so fucking funny.
Mm-hmm.
I have it on the pedestal right next to Spaceballs.
Yes.
Because they're just that comparable to me as far as humor goes. Although Earth Girls Are Easy is more sexual innuendo.
Yeah, the whole time. Speaking of Spaceballs, my daughter loves the shit out of that movie, right? Between that one and The Princess Bride, for years, she was watching one or the other when she went to bed. Those are the movies that she would watch going to sleep. How hilarious is that? Anyway, somebody, I don't remember who it was, but one of the heathens had asked her about combing through a box or something, combing through the papers. I kid you not. my daughter, she's mine. She looked at them and went, "We ain't found shit."
That's hilarious.
I was like, okay.
That's amazing.
There was no prompting from anybody. We ain't found shit. Okay.
So speaking of Spaceballs, did you guys hear that Mel Brooks is coming out of retirement? And he's making the second one.
Mel Brooks.
Expected releases in 2027.
Mel Brooks is the genius behind so many things in Hollywood. Mel Brooks is the genius behind Spaceballs. He also is Yogurt. He plays the little dude Yogurt in the movie Spaceballs. Also he plays President Scroob. If I remember correctly, I think he also was the creator of Blazing Saddles, which is a movie that would never fly today. Woo! My generation, well, mine and Jess's generation going.
Okay, so here's his full biography. He's 99 years old. Dude is old as fuck. Spaceballs, Young Frankenstein, Blazing Saddles, The Producers, History of the World Part 1, Robin Hood Men in Tights. Tights. I had to do it. Robots, Life Stinks, High Anxiety, Hotel Transylvania 2, Dracula Dead and Loving It, Silent Movie, Pause and Fury, To Be or Not to Be, Hotel Transylvania 3, The 12 Chairs, the original Hotel Transylvania. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. And he's done even serious movies like The Elephant Man.
I saw that one too. Mel Brooks is just amazing.
This one I didn't know. The Fly. Mm-hmm. And we were just talking about that. Get Smart, The Last Laugh. Look Who's Talking. I mean, that's our generation.
I guess I didn't realize that he was a part of Look Who's Talking.
Yeah. He was part of the Muppet Christmas movie. It's a very Merry Muppet. The Muppets Wizard of Oz.
Mm-hmm. Jeez.
Like, and this is just part of his biography.
We could spend hours talking about Mel Brooks.
He is
and
so
that's
amazing.
Not even including like watching clips of his shit. Like literally just talking about his bio. Hours.
Like we could spend hours just talking and dissecting Blazing Saddles. Because
that name is escaping me.
It was a movie from 1974.
Mm-hmm.
It was
there's dark humor.
Let me read the Wikipedia because this is the best way to explain it. Blazing Saddles is a 1974 American satirical postmodernist Western comedy film directed by Mel Brooks, who co-wrote the screenplay with Andrew Bergman, Richard Pryor, Norman Steinberg, and Alan Uger. Based on a story treatment by Bergman. The film stars Cleveland Little and Gene Wilder. Brooks appears in two supporting roles as Governor William J. LaPetomane, I can't even say that, and a Yiddish-speaking Native American chief, which is really funny, by the way. He also dubs lines for one of Lily Von Stoop's backing troupe and a cranky moviegoer. The supporting cast includes Slim Pickens, Alex Karras, and David Huddleston, as well as Brooks regulars Dom DeLuise. I miss that man. He was such an amazing actor.
I know.
Madeline Kahn and Harvey Korman. The band leader is Count Basie, as with a cameo as himself. The film is full of deliberate I can't even say this word. Anachronisms. Thank you. From the Count Basie Orchestra playing April in Paris in the Wild West to Pickens' character mentioning the wide world of sports. Now, the thing about this movie is the main actor is a sheriff who is black.
In the Wild West.
And
just put 2 and 2 together there.
There's a lot of talk about the KKK, Nazi soldiers. There's a lot of racist tropes in this movie, but it's a social commentary on what the U.S. is, especially the West.
At that time, yeah.
At that time.
Mm-hmm.
And so when people watch it now, they're like, holy fuck. Like, this is a problematic movie, but not understanding
the era,
why this movie was made, who co-wrote it. I mean, Richard Pryor.
Right. Oh, that man was him was a black man. Okay. Like, I'm not saying that he was dark as midnight, but he was close. And he played on every stereotype of black culture, black males, everything. If he thought it might offend one old white lady, he'd do it.
I have not seen the movie.
We need to add that to the watch list of
we need to
actually get around. When we actually get around to doing our watch parties.
Yes.
We'll add that to list. So Pryor in 2017, Rolling Stone ranked him first on its list of the 50 best stand-up comics of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's well deserved.
Oh yeah.
Well deserved. Like, there hasn't been a comedian like him ever since.
No.
At all.
Not only was he a trailblazer for stand-up comedians, he was a trailblazer and an idol for black comedians. Because he was very much, if I can do this, what the fuck? Why can't you?
Yep.
You know, it was for, well, really anyone of color, I think, was his kind of, his stance that, okay, just because you got a little color, that does not mean that you have to put your dreams of being a comedian on the back burner. Look what I did and I got here. You can do it too. He was really an amazing individual.
He really was. And I didn't know this story. Because I'm reading through his wiki right now. So his co-star Gene Wilder, they did a lot of movies together because they were like this.
The Man with One Red Shoe, that was one of them.
He stated that Pryor was frequently late to the set during filming of Stir Crazy, but one of the incidents that happened was just horrendous. So I'm just going to read this. One day during our lunch hour in the last week of filming, the craft service man handed out slices of watermelon to each of us. Richard, the whole camera crew, and I sat together. This is Gene Wilder recounting this. Sat together in a big sound studio, eating a number of watermelon slices, talking and joking. As a gag, some members of the crew used a piece of watermelon as a frisbee and tossed it back and forth to each other. One piece of watermelon landed at Richard's feet. He got up and went home. Filming stopped. The next day, Richard announced that he knew very well what the significance of watermelon was. He said that he was quitting show business and would not return to this film. The day after that, Richard walked in all smiles. I wasn't privy to all the negotiations that went on between Columbia and Richard's lawyers, but the camera operator who had thrown that errant piece of watermelon had been fired that day. I assume now that Richard was using drugs during Stir Crazy.
I mean, that is one of the things that led to his death. Is he did have an issue with drugs.
Oh, huge. And that
drugs
was
and alcohol.
Drugs and alcohol, that was, if you were a comedian back in the 70s and 80s, that's what it was. That was a circuit. Drugs, alcohol, and outlandish behavior. It was all of them.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's probably a few that weren't part of it, but it was.
Well,
it was
I know Gene Wilder
wasn't.
But Gene Wilder is one of the very few edge cases on literally everything.
Yeah.
Gene
Wilder had. Do what?
Go ahead. Finish your thought.
Gene Wilder had some, issues throughout his professional years and his personal ones, but before his death, by the time that rolled around, he had tried to do everything he could to make as good of amends as possible.
So Pryor had 7 children with 6 different women.
God damn.
I can't say that I'm surprised. It's Hollywood. And that was also the 70s, where we're talking sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Free love, baby.
Oh
Your
my
face,
gosh.
Jess.
So Pryor's widow, Jennifer Lee, stated that Pryor had a sexual relationship with actor Marlon Brando.
I don't know who that is, so.
Now
I'm horrible.
I want to know who the bottom was. Inquiring minds want to know. Y'all don't remember that shit either. That was a big thing when we were younger. Inquiring minds want to know. The Inquirer.
So his widow said in an interview on Hollywood ET, on TMZ, it was the 70s. Drugs were still good. If you didn't know with cocaine, you'd fuck a radiator and send it flowers in the morning.
That's funny.
Not wrong.
Not wrong at all.
Nope.
At all. Oh my gosh. So he died in 2005. It's been that long. Wow.
Jeez. I have some riddles and fun facts.
Oh, the riddle time. Okay, let's go for it.
Bring it.
Okay.
I'm not going to get any of them.
That's fine. It probably, if I would have listened to them, I probably wouldn't either. How many months have 28 days?
All of them.
Yeah, all of them. I'm like, wait, what?
Okay, that's good.
All of them.
How many seconds are there in a year?
I
12.
have no idea. You're asking me to do math.
It's not math.
No.
January
12.
2nd, February 2nd, March 2nd, April 2nd. There's 12.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like, okay. I'm so bad at riddles.
I'm kind of a theater kid. When you said that, my brain instantly went to the songs from Rent. And I'm like, no, that's a minute.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Turn me on my side. I am everything. Cut me in half, and I am nothing. What am I? Let me know if you want me to repeat it. Turn me on my side. I am everything. Cut me in half, and I am nothing. What am I? Are you searching it? You give?
I have no idea.
Well, okay. Well, so here's where my brain is going, but I don't know exactly what the answer would be. It's a number. It's got to be a number, or at least something to do with numbers. Because turn me on my side, and I am everything. No, because
8.
How would you cut it in half and it's nothing? Because you cut it in half.
So turn me on. Take an 8 and put it on its side, and you get the infinity
symbol.
Yeah, that's where my brain is going.
Cut me in half, and I am nothing, which is 0.
Oh, cutting in half this way instead of a cross.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Jess and I have brain cells working together. It's okay.
Listen. Little snippet, a fun fact in there. Best friends chemically are connected. That's why you have that like finishing each other's sentences and on the same pathway. It's a chemical thing that goes on in our brains. What can I see once in a minute, twice in a moment, and never in 1,000 years?
Letter M.
It is. Are you looking at the sheet?
No, but
no.
Should I tell you now that my mom used to do these things to me when I was a kid?
Noted. Last riddle, and then I'm gonna go to fun facts.
Okay.
What never asks questions but is often answered? What never asks questions but is often answered?
Telephone.
No.
That was a good guess.
Close, but not quite though. Not quite. What never asks questions but is often answered? You give?
Mm-hmm.
I give up.
A doorbell. It's a doorbell.
Wah.
I thought that these were great. Okay. That word I queued up for you.
Oh,
okay.
You want me to show it now?
Okay. Yes. Ironically, the fear of long words is called that word. I will not try to say it. Whatever how you pronounce that word. It's a 36 word. Was first used in the 1st century BCE to criticize writers with an unreasonable penchant for long words. It's like also the word dyslexic. It's such a horrible word for people who are dyslexic.
Okay, so hippopotamonstrosis squipedalophobia.
That sounds so bad.
I want a
hippopotamonstrosis quad. Listen, I am horrible with trying to. I'm gonna stop there and not kill myself.
Quipedalophobia. So hippopotamonstrosis blah 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 blah.
Tongue
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
That's a good one.
Lie.
Even though the sound of it is something quite
atrocious. I love that movie.
Here's another fun fact for you. Avocados are considered a fruit and not a vegetable.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
They are technically considered a single seed berry. And yes. I did not know that prior to this.
Yes.
Here's another fun fact for you. Go ahead.
A couple years ago, because Aiden is an avocado freak. You can bribe her with an avocado. No joke, you can. But she was on such an avocado kick around her 15th birthday that the cake that we got for her had a big avocado in the middle of it, and it said "Avo, great birthday." She thought she won the lottery.
So corny. That's so corny. Here's another one. Here's another one. The ancient Romans used to drop a piece of toast into their wine for good health. Hence why we raise a toast. I didn't know that.
It is.
I thought that was interesting.
It is. I learned that in my Latin class in high school 30 years ago.
Jesus.
And that is actually why Catholics took the whole "this is the body of Christ, this is the blood of Christ" thing, and they dip the bread in the wine or grape juice in some cases, because many years ago they were trying to bring in more people and give them something they were used to.
Yep, that's why Christianity has adopted different.
I know. Listen. Okay, we can go all in. We could have a whole night just talking about that.
You're right.
On another news, here we go. Nutmeg is considered a hallucinogen.
Oh yes,
the spice
absolutely.
Contains, and I'm gonna butcher this word, MYRISTICIN, mystrin. I'm sorry, I'm horrible with reading. A natural compound that has mind-altering effects if ingested in large doses. So, I'm just saying, if you have a bunch of nutmeg, I don't know how much large doses is.
I'm gonna have to look that up later.
I do know that this at least came from my mom. Okay, my mom graduated in 1967, so it's a hot minute ago, right? And for those who didn't know that there was a 1900s, it was 1967.
Oh God.
And when she was younger, that she told me about the nutmeg, because she said that they used to lace joints with nutmeg.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Because it would expand the high.
We would do that in the early aughts when it wasn't legal and all we'd get was shit.
Ditchweed.
We'd get a bunch of ditchweed and nutmeg and actually some cinnamon too, and just
cinnamon definitely enhances the flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Last fun fact for you.
Sure.
Did you know? This is gonna wrap everything up. This is why I picked this one specifically. The moon has earthquakes. They happen due to tidal stresses connected to the distance between the moon and the earth.
Yes. Yes.
Her fucking reaction right there. She's like,
I know, she was like vibrating, man. She was one step away from flappy arms.
One step away.
And yes, you were correct, Pablo. They are called moonquakes. They are not called earthquakes.
Oh, yeah, I read that wrong. That's what the quote says. Moonquakes. I was just excited.
To classify it as earthquake so people understand what it actually means. Even though it has quake in it, it just, yeah. Oh, back scratchers. Listen, I have the coolest back scratcher. Here, let me just knock shit over.
Oh my God, that's cute.
Listen!
I
got this for Christmas years
Jealous.
ago.
Jealous.
This one is older than me.
I absolutely love this.
This was my mom's. This is one of them bamboo back scratchers.
Nice.
Yeah, this thing is like older than Methuselah. And I have threatened people, if you touch my back scratcher and you break it, I break your face. Even my kids wouldn't even touch it. They would ask me to scratch their back with it.
Yeah.
But little, they wouldn't touch it. They knew. Don't touch mom's back scratcher.
So my cat Willow is terrified of my back scratcher. Like I'd pull it out to itch that one spot on my back that happens all the time. It's just one area. It's a nerve thing. But
why is
she's terrified of it?
Why?
I don't know why. I'm wondering if it's because she can't see the entire thing, and because of the shape of it, she thinks it's a snake. Because cats are afraid of snakes. The whole cucumber thing that happens with cats that terrify them, which is funny. It's funny, but it's so cruel.
It is.
But yeah, so I pull it out and she just starts swatting at it, hissing. She bites at it. I mean, she's knocked it out of my hand so many times and gouged me in the process. Oh, she just does not like back scratcher. I tried scratching her back with it and she just hair standing up on end. I mean, just crazy. She's nuts. Okay.
My smallest cat loves back scratchers.
Oh, I'm blocking my fan. I'm hot. Set my McDonald's bag right there because I have apple pies later to eat.
Yum.
Nice.
All right. Do we want to play the clip that
was sent in? Yeah, if we can manage to get the audio to work.
You know what? Maybe you should.
I'm not co-host. We had this discussion when we. I can't. I don't have that option. I don't think. Hold on. Wait. Maybe I do. Hold on. Nope. Hold on. I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
Still.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I will admit when I am wrong. Hold, please.
What do you want me to hold on to?
Hold.
Your tits. There we go.
Oh God.
That's what you're supposed to hold on to. Like if
that was a mistake.
If you hear a scary sound in your house, do you hold your tits as you walk around the house looking for them, looking for where the sound came from? Because I do.
Only with one hand, because I am a proud carrying member of the CCW group.
Gotcha.
If you know, you know.
Yep.
Also share tab audio. Yes. Okay. Are we ready? I'm sharing my screen. You have to show it on stream.
Whee. Okay, here we go.
I got you! Oh, you win this round. Moo! 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 I'm Mooey. You are my best friend. We will go for walkies, and we will go on a picnic, and we will have so much fun forever and ever and ever. And Moo! Moo! Who are you? Oh, it's so fucking cold! God! Dad, I don't know about this. You're doing great, son. Now I'm freezing my udders off. Moo, bitch. That's my boy. It's still cold. Oh, God, shut up. Moo! This tail is mine, and it's mine, and it's mine forever. It's mine. Could you not?
Could you not?
Okay, fine. What if I told you that this video was one big Marky Moo joke? No!
Oh my God.
I love it.
I have no words.
That was courtesy of Pavloxer. He sent that in. If you have a video that you would like to submit, there it is. You can send it to that funny
Request at
videos.
ramblingsofthemad.com. We would love to see it. Oh my god.
That
You know
was
what
just crazy.
You know what that reminded me of? The secret cow
What?
level in Diablo 2.
I have not seen that. Nor have I played
on.
Diablo 2.
Do you?
Oh god, your face! Your face! You're like, gotta find it.
Oh yeah, she looks determined as fuck right now.
I'm gonna send this to you because we need sound for this.
Oh shit.
Eventually we'll have better streaming software to do better stuff.
Yeah, I think I think next week we're gonna try using Streamlabs desktop instead of what we're doing now.
Yes, we'll have to do some troubleshooting with that one. Like, set a designated time and day. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Click on that, sharing screen.
Oh, this is a real thing. I just asked my
wrong
boyfriend.
Screen.
Don't put me that big on the screen. The fuck?
That one. Share that one. I should be streaming now. How about now?
There we go.
Ahaha.
Moo Moo Farm.
What the hell? What the hell? They're just fighting moves? Fighting cows.
Moo moo.
Moo moo.
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 Boo boo.
Alright,
Moo,
I'm
moo, moo, moo.
gonna have to try to find the audio clip for this so I can put it on the Discord.
Moo moo moo.
Yes, you are. Boo boo.
Okay, this is a 5-minute video of the
Yeah,
cows
we don't need
moo.
to watch the entire thing, but yeah.
I don't need to watch the entire thing.
And there's a cow king
Oh god.
that drops some pretty awesome loot. So yeah, that's the secret cow level of Diablo 2. This definitely shows my gamer age. We would do LAN parties playing Diablo 2 and
Oh
just
god, I remember
do
LAN
cow
parties.
level and just do cow level runs to get loot.
I mean, my boyfriend isn't as old as we are, and he's got several thousands of hours playing Diablo 2, he says.
Yeah. Yes, such a fun game. And when they came out with the new Diablo, of course we got it because we love Diablo. And we were, well, I say we, when I actually mean me. I was severely fucking disappointed in the secret level because it wasn't cows.
What was it?
It wasn't cows. In fact, secret level Diablo 3. See if I can find an image of it. Because it's just.
Oh, look at her face.
That's so. Share it. Share.
Now I just want to hug her.
I need all the hugs for this because here you go.
Bears and Care Bears? That's what they chose? Care Bears?
Bears and unicorns and rainbows and happy shit. All over the place. It's funny, but when you're expecting cows and you get this instead.
Kill it with fire.
That's definitely a troll move on the developers.
It was like it was like taking candy from a baby and how horrifying it was.
God.
It yeah. It was so bad. So bad. Like yeah.
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh.
Kill it with fire.
We should do a gaming stream.
That would be fun. I still vote that we play Conan. I'm gonna vote for that because I think that we would be pretty great doing that.
Or we could play Diablo 3 and go to the secret level of rainbows.
I have one of the Diablos. I don't know which one.
Is it the newest one? Diablo 4?
I don't know. Let me pull up my Steam account here. I don't even know if I even have it on Steam or if it's on a different thing. I think it's like...
It should be on Blizzard.
I think it's on Blizzard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. It was something... it was like a remastered... I don't know. Hold on. I gotta load in here. Of course, it's going to have me type in my password that I obviously forgot.
This is why I have a password keeper.
Yeah, I do too, but like, it's such a pain in the ass.
Use more lube.
Yeah.
Well, I have a whole bottle of that in my closet of goodies.
Did you know that you can buy like a 55-gallon drum of it on Amazon?
Mm-hmm.
A 55-gallon drum of what?
Lube.
Oh, lube. Okay. My captioning just went poof. So I was like, wait,
I was gonna say, what the fuck did you think we said?
I didn't hear. It was just like a blank space.
Blank space.
Ellie, you're frozen on my end. There you are. Okay.
It later. I'll try to find it right now. But I know I have one of them. It's a remastered Diablo. I think it's the first something remastered. Remastered like 2 years ago or some shit. I don't fucking know. It was like a big hype. I think I only played it twice, like 2 sessions, and then it just...
Diablo really is a lot more fun playing with friends than doing solo.
Oh, but I was playing with friends, but they have more free time than I had free time, and they were in Pacific time zone, and I'm in Central time zone, and they have different. So, and it didn't work out. They tend to, yeah. See, Chris, you talk to you and your boyfriend, be like, you guys stress about being able to have like people to play with that aren't going to go off and do a thing. I've been a victim of this kind of thing, so I will not do that to somebody.
Oh, yeah. Also, Jess, I'm supposed to tell you that he says Diablo 3 in general was sad.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was... They hyped it up so much because it'd been so long since the release of Diablo 2 that all of us were like super, super just like, woo, it's going to be amazing, right? And
the test results said that was a lie.
I feel like we got trolled by the developers for Diablo 3. That's what I felt like. We got trolled. And the secret level is just the picture of being trolled.
I feel like the overall game industry is nothing but being trolled as of the last few years. like hyping up. Like I was super fucking stoked about Dune, and I love the story of it. I love the feel of it. But man, they made it look so good, and I'm not gonna say it's not good, and it was its current state. But when I tried to play it, the amount of lag, it did not go the way I wanted it to. And I'm all like, if I'm lagging and I'm trying to follow somebody and I'm trying to fight someone and I've got this worm creature going through my house, like I can't. Like,
yeah. No, I
release a game that's
like
actually complete, you know. And I told myself I'm done buying games that are not full release, and I'm gonna wait. Unless I absolutely know the developer, like Sons of the Forest, I will buy anything from that developer. And I will do the beta testing for them and all that shit because I'm like, I love that developer so much that I don't care.
For me, the game Dismantle, absolute top notch, everything. I have been on the beta testing team for all of the DLCs now. Absolute worth it.
Dismantle.
Okay, so back in the aughts, 2004, I think it was. I was a game tester for Acclaim Studios.
Well, check you out.
I was a lead game tester for Acclaim Studios.
Well, damn.
Well, that's cool. What did you do?
Legends of Wrestling 2.
Legends of Wrestling? I don't know if I know that game.
It was 2002. Okay. Or was it Legends of Wrestling 3? I think it was Legends of Wrestling 2. So if you go to the end credits of the game, my name is there, which is really cool.
Fuck yeah.
Like
that's
my
with Dismantle with me.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It was quite the experience. At the time, we owned a ferret, and I'd bring the ferret to work with me because they were cool with that. So I'd have a little litter box and pinned in underneath my desk, and I'd go through all the bugs that my team has found because I was the PlayStation. Yeah, I was the PlayStation lead. So I'd go through their bugs and duplicate it and then submit it to the developers. And that was such a fun and wild time.
Oh, I bet.
That studio closed not too long after, but and the game was absolutely horrific. It was not a good game. Like half the bugs that we found they couldn't fix because they couldn't figure out why it was bugging that way. Its best rating was on GameZone for the PS2, and it was a 6.9. I'm sorry, 6.7. The GameCube came in at a 6.9 out of 10. Like, the critics absolutely hated the game. It was so bad. So bad.
Damn.
But it was a fun project to work on.
Fun.
And the studio manager, when management would come in, whether it was him or somebody else, somebody would have a drink in their hand. Like, drinking on the clock was okay. Like, I mean, this was like the most laid back job I had ever had. Like, I do game testing and then I jump over and play Diablo 2 for a while.
That's pretty badass.
And then I'd go back to testing, and every once in a while we'd do a LAN party of Diablo 2 instead of debugging. I mean, it was just crazy.
What good is debugging if they can't fix it? So there is that.
Yeah, it was really like nobody gave a shit about the game, and it's not a surprise that the studio closed, because they put out some pretty shit games for a while. It was a fun experience, though. Getting into game testing now is
horrible.
Is saturated.
Different. Yeah,
it's saturated too, and a lot of people want to be a game tester.
The only reason why I got the job was because I just finished playing the new Star Trek game that came out, and I beat it in like 50 hours. That was the only reason why I got the job. Like, I sat down and I just played it nonstop.
Fucking hell.
Damn.
I was so disappointed that the gameplay was so short. I was hoping to get a couple weeks out of it, and no.
I would much rather be a beta tester and be a valuable asset to other players, or helping the dev actually like improve things, than I would ever care about being a game tester. Just because, to me, if I'm already connecting with that developer, odds are I like stuff that they've already put out.
True.
So for me, it's not I don't worry about whether or not it's a job. For me, it's the payoff at the end of being a part of it.
Yeah, I would like to do I'd like to get into the coding side of things personally for games. Testing is fun and all because you get to play video games, but when you're playing the same fucking game
over
8
and over.
hours a day for weeks on end, actually months on end, it is tedious and boring as fuck. It really is. So if it's a long game that with an average player who plays maybe 2 hours 2 to 3 hours a week kind of thing, and the storyline can go for months to get through, then yeah, I could see game testing, being a tester for that if it has a huge storyline. But Legends of Wrestling, there's so many times that you can wrestle people,
Right.
Legends of Wrestling. That's so crazy.
Like, if I could be a game tester for any of the Dragon Age games, I would have been through the moon excited about that. That is my all-time favorite series of games, is Dragon Age. Like, the new one that came out on my birthday last year.
That's funny.
I sat down and started playing it right away, and got through it in like a week, maybe 2 weeks at most. I mean, and the storyline was like trans characters and LGBTQ representation everywhere. Hello. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm still trying to get through Baldur's Gate 3. The new Baldur's Gate.
Someday I will get that. Someday.
I crave for it. Well, one day. But even then, it's like I've got so many games in my thing that I've yet to play that I haven't.
Yep.
Dune being one of them. I want to get through Dune before I.
I want to get Dune. I just haven't yet because, money. Games are so fucking expensive now.
I know. Yep. Indubitably.
Way expensive. $70 for a new game is a lot.
Everything's changing now, you know what I mean? It's depending on what kind of game. You may not even have any type of rights whatsoever to the game. So that's a growing factor now.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a lot of people pissed the fuck off.
You know, when World of Warcraft came out and you had to buy the game and then pay for a subscription, I was so pissed. Like, we already paid for the game. Why should we have to pay monthly to play it? And I get it now. But back then, you know, yeah, it was $15 a month to play.
Mm-hmm.
After spending $30 on the game. And even then, well, to me, I was poor then too. So that was a lot of money, because $15 was whether or not we ate dinner that week.
Yep.
And I hated it. I thought moving to that model was predatory and just horrible. And I still think it's predatory even now, but I understand why they had to do it that way, because paying to maintain the servers and updating the game and fixing stuff and moderating and all of that, it costs money.
Oh, yeah.
It costs money. They've got to be able to pay their people, which I totally get and I understand, but it's still, they still make a lot of money.
Well, FF14, that's another one that you buy the game and then you have a subscription. And at first I was like, but why? But then I had friends that were like, okay, well, but this goes on every month and this goes on every month. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I mean, I did subscribe for, oh my God, I want to say close to 5 years that we were actively playing it. And my boyfriend and I were kind of just looking at everything, the direction that the game was going and everything with that. And we didn't like it. It did not, the story itself was not the same caliber as it was.
Yeah.
And my favorite thing in the entire game was deep dungeons, and they're totally changing that this next one. And so while yes, it is still the same, it's a deep dungeon and your gear and your weapon is only for in deep dungeon and nothing from outside matters, the gameplay totally different.
Right.
And it's not the same setup as it once was. And the storyline for Dawn Trail, which Mr. Yoshi P, if you're listening, I got some words for you. Just saying. The main story quest for Dawn Trail, which was the last expansion, there is another one coming up next year, I think. It took you on too quick of a roller coaster. Like nothing felt cohesive. There were basically 3, if not 4, really distinct storylines, I guess is the only way to put it. And it felt rushed. It felt like they were just thrown together. And none of it meshed well. Not to mention the story themselves kind of sucked, especially like the first one. Like the first one, it got to a point where I was just skipping through. I was skipping through the cutscenes.
Yeah.
If you're gonna bore me to tears, I am not gonna sit here and watch it.
Oh, same. I need a good storyline.
And you got to about the middle, and it started. I don't want to say it started picking up, but at least the storyline was starting to get a little bit more interesting. And then right before the end, you get a whole bunch more things thrown your way that, and I'm not going to like give details just because if there's somebody who hasn't played it but wants to, I don't want to spoil it for him. But there's some things that kind of show up during the latter half of the main storyline that I really think should have been given more time and attention than literally one or two quests.
Right.
It was just, it felt like it was an afterthought of, oh shit, we should put something in about this. And I don't think that it was done in a way that gave the characters justice that they deserved. And then the ending, no. The ride of Dawn Trail, the ride of emotions through Dawn Trail, would have made a schizophrenic happy. Like, you go from, oh, this is cute, to bored, to what the fuck, to oh, and then to being hurt and you know, emotional damage moments, like with no cohesiveness between all of it. That's no. I can only hope Mr. Yoshi P eventually hears this, because I'll tell him what that mouth do.
Hurt your feelings. I swear, I keep forgetting to. I'm gonna have to have you like just record it so I could just put it on this button soundboard. Gonna have what that mouth do? Hurt your feelings.
Good job.
And I mean, it does.
Oral stems now. You're gonna get a lot of great clips for our Discord channel from me over the next while, because I do a lot of oral stems, so it's entertaining.
Yes, it is. It is.
Well, you guys hear it all the time because I do the whole do 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 do.
You do that, and then Chris does this thing that she does when she's like thinking. I don't know.
And I do Scooby Doo a lot. I do the Scooby Doo theme song.
You should hear me when I'm crocheting.
Really?
Yeah.
Because
nice.
not only do I count, half the time it's in a sing-songy kind of voice, or you like that, did you?
Like that.
Or I will end up crocheting with the beat of whatever song I'm singing.
There's a TikTok of this amazing woman with an amazing voice, and she sings as she's prepping food to cook dinner or when she's cooking. And a lot of the time, like if she's chopping vegetables, she's chopping to the beat of the song. And it's amazing to watch. And her voice is just spectacular.
That's funny.
That was actually one of the ways that I got my kids interested in cooking and baking, was we would sing, and I would, like if we're stirring something, we would stir with the beat.
Right.
That was how my kids felt tricked about learning fractions. You want to learn to bake? Well, you got to learn how to measure.
I had the misfortune in elementary school to be going to an elementary school in Iowa in the 80s. And at that time, the country was.
Do I say sorry now or later? Or both?
They were talking about moving to the metric system. instead of what we have now, the imperial.
Mm-hmm.
And our school district adopted the metric system. So that's what I was taught.
Oh no.
So when I got to high school, at this point we had moved across the river to Omaha.
Mm-hmm.
And all they taught there was imperial.
Oh man, that must have been a huge learning curve for you.
30 years later, I still struggle with the imperial system. Still.
Oh my God.
Because it's so fucked up. It's not easy to remember. Like inches to feet to yards?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? With the metric system, you just move a decimal.
Mm-hmm.
With imperial, it's not like that. So when it came to measuring things, I still struggled with it because baking outside of the United States, you do it by weight. You don't do it by measuring cup, you do it by weight. So it was a struggle. And I struggle with fractions because of that. I was a full-grown adult in my late 30s when I understood that 60 miles per hour meant 60 minutes.
But if that was not what you were used to, I mean, it makes sense why it took so long.
I thought we were just talking about miles, but when you queued up with actual minutes, because miles per hour, so you go 60 miles in an hour. Yeah. So now I get it. So we're driving along and I see a sign that says, "Hey, you're 90 miles from such and such destination." I'm like, "Oh, we'll be there in an hour and a half."
Right.
Right. Makes sense now. Yeah.
Now I get that as a full-grown adult.
I totally get it. I didn't learn algebra until I was 23, but that was because I had to go to college, and at my college they had a math lab with free tutoring. Gotcha. And at the time my son was about 3, so I would take him with me because I would go to school Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then I would go to school again to study at the math lab for 4 or 5 hours and have my son next to me watching his YouTube videos, and I would be studying, talking to the tutor. Because I had really bad developmental issues. I was in all of the special classes. I had, you can't tell now, but when I was younger, I had a really, really bad speech impediment. I stuttered significantly, and when I get really excited, I stumble over my words. I also struggle with dyslexia. Reading was also a huge issue with reading and reading comprehension. So I still struggle with some of that today. I struggle with spelling today. Thank God for Grammarly, because I might actually end up paying for that service. Another reason why I always have subtitles in all of my shows. Like there's reasons for everything, but it wasn't until college until I actually understood algebra. My brain works like the typical study per lesson thing is for every 1 hour of class, you do 2 hours of homework or studying. Mine is double that for math anyways.
Oh, I feel
it was
that one.
literally it took me that long, and not including to that also the household I grew up in. My uncle, who I call my dad, he was not nice. He's like, "Oh, if you can memorize words to a song, you can memorize math and times tables." And
No,
he would,
it's not the
it would
same.
be hours and hours at the table of him scolding me and looking over my shoulder. You need to understand this, and you're a terrible child if you don't understand this kind of mindset. And I had such a strong distaste for math and learning until I had to find a way to be like, I have to get over my hatred for math. Let me
Right.
tell you something that was really, really fucking hard. And I'm like being emotionally traumatized and abused in that way psychologically. I didn't tell them that it affected me that bad until I think right around that same time, where I confided in my aunt, and I was like, I felt like I was very much so verbally abused.
Yeah.
And that had a
Yeah.
huge impact on my upbringing. Like, education and learning was that was traumatic for me.
Oh yeah.
Very traumatic. And not understanding like how I grew up with my biological parents and the trauma and the involvement. Like, I didn't learn to read until I was 9. Like, really comprehend reading.
Right.
It was bad. It was really bad. Really bad. But here we are. Now I have this book that I read. This is the largest book I have. I don't have the cover on it because I take the covers off because I don't want them to get ruined. But this is Wind and Truth by Brandon Sanderson. There is, hold on.
I'm so glad I'm not the only one that takes covers off.
1,328 pages.
Nice.
Very nice.
It's a I'm still reading it. I have I love this author so much. I have hard copy books and an audiobook of them.
That's awesome. I'm currently doing a tandem read right now where you switch between chapters in 2 different books for Throne of Glass series by the wonderful Zionist Sarah Moss, the whole Akatar series. But this is her other series, Throne of Glass, which I personally think is better. But other people hate it. I just love it. But there's 2 books that you kind of have to tandem read because one book solely focuses on one set of characters and the second book fully focuses on a different set of characters. So the story, the timeline
doesn't it get confusing?
No.
Okay.
Because the timeline overlaps.
Okay.
So you have a set of characters on a different continent right now versus this other set of characters. And if you read the book separately, I mean, it's fine. And then you go back and you're basically going back in time to read the other set of characters' story.
Gotcha. Okay.
So if you do a tandem read, you can like change up who's doing what, and it makes more sense to me anyway.
Right.
And she should have done it this way to begin with. She was just pressured to get a book out right away. Has anyone read anything by Octavia Butler? I have not, but she is on my to be read list for The Parable of the Sower.
I have a lot of people who have recommended her.
Yes. In fact, if you are a subscriber to Ramblings of the Mad and our Substack, we have a section called What You're Reading. And I just posted 2 days ago a blog post of books I can't wait to read. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and share this so people can see.
I was just going to say, why don't you show that?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the books. So if you're new to our podcast, I am very, very political and activist minded. So a lot of my books revolve around that. So to start off my list, I have my racial, social, and political justice books that are on my TBR list. The New Jim Crow, Mass Incarceration in the Age of Colorblindness by Michelle Alexander. It's a look at how the U.S. prison system functions as a racial caste system. A People's History of the United States, 1492 to Present by Howard Zinn. I'm sure everybody has seen this on TikTok because the ads for this have been everywhere. And it's the history from the perspective of marginalized groups, including indigenous people, enslaved people, and laborers. This is the true history of the United States and not the bullshit that we're taught in schools. Yes. Chris has it.
Nice.
That's on my TBR. That's on my list. It's Not That Radical: Climate, Justice, and the Power of Ordinary People by Michaela Loach. It's how climate justice intersects with social justice and how ordinary people can push for change. This is like true to my core being because I am very hippie in a lot of ways. I'm a very big proponent of climate change and the climate justice that's involved with that because it is all intersectional, and how racism is tied into all of that. So that's on my list. Then there's Freedom is a Constant Struggle, Ferguson, Palestine, and the Foundations of a Movement by Angela Davis. It's all her essays and speeches connecting liberation struggles across the globe. And I'm sure all of us know who Angela Davis is. She's just an amazing, amazing woman. Her thoughts on everything is just
phenomenal.
They really are. She's amazing. Then we have One Day Everyone Will Have Always Been Against This by Omar El-Akkad. This is his critique of Western liberalism and its moral failures in global conflicts. He is Palestinian, so he does talk a lot about Palestine in this. I've heard really good things about this, so I added it to my list. Then we also have Feminism and Intersectional Politics, which is Feminism Interrupted, Disrupting Power by Lola Olafemi. Sorry, I probably butchered that. A critique of mainstream feminism and a call for radical inclusive approaches. I'm a huge feminist, and we talked about this in another stream. Hood Feminism. Everybody needs to read this book. It's amazing.
It's on my wish list. For sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Then I also have Enemy Feminisms, Turfs, Police Women, and Girl Bosses Against Liberation by Sophie Lewis. It analyzes women who have historically opposed feminist movements and explores their impact. J.K. Rowling being a huge one on that. Huge. Did you see that she, in a recent tweet, quoted Hitler? In defense of Charlie Kirk. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway,
wow.
Next. Technology, Society, and Power. This is a big one for me because I am a data analyst and I love AI. Empire of AI, Dreams and Nightmares in Sam Altman's Open AI by Karen Howe. It investigates Open AI's rise, the ethical compromises, secrecy, and societal impact. Ryan, what did you just send there? Oh, Crenshaw. Kimberly Crenshaw is amazing, and I fucking love her to death. She is an amazing, amazing person, and her theories about racism and intersectionality and critical race theory are top tier.
But remember, critical race theory, that's not a thing.
It's a college level class for lawyers. For lawyers.
Wow.
Good God.
Every time I hear people say it's not a thing, I'm like,
I want to reach through the computer and slap the fuck out of people who say that.
That sounds like too much energy.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, next. Historical and survival fiction. This is outside of really anything that I usually read. The Frozen River, a novel by Ariel Lahon, set in 1789 Maine. Midwife Martha Ballard becomes entangled in a murder mystery exploring women's roles and community dynamics. So, Then we have Science and Nature, and this one I'm geeking out about. Strata, Stories from Deep Time by Laura Popick. It's a storytelling approach to Earth's geological history and the forces that shaped our planet. And I had to do a little dance. Then we have our dystopian and speculative fiction. Of course, The Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler, which is a very good commentary about what we're going through right now. Even though it's fiction, it's The Nickel Boys by Colson Whitehead, based on a real reform school, a story about trauma, injustice, and enduring friendship. My daughter had to read this in high school, and she absolutely loved it. And she's been trying to get me to read it for like the longest time, so it's on my list. And then Artemis by Andy Weir, a moon-based heist story featuring the clever and witty Jazz Bashara. So Andy Weir is the author of The Martian. If you've seen that movie, which is really good, and the book is even better. It's even funnier.
Damn. All right.
Then I have memoirs and personal narratives on my list. Page Boy, a memoir by Elliot Page, explores self-discovery in life as a transgender man in the public eye. I've been wanting to read that for a while, as well as I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy, reflections on childhood fame, parental control, and personal growth told with humor and honesty. A lot of people read this book. It's been on my list for a while, and I just haven't got to it. The latest on my list is Sister Wife, a memoir of faith, family, and finding freedom by Christine Brown Woolley, to recount a life in a polygamous Mormon family, marriage, and the journey toward independence. If you know who this is one of the ex-wives of Cody Brown from Sister Wives on TLC. So yeah, this is interesting. And where I live in Utah, there's a lot of polygamous families, and I've been wanting, I want to read her story because she's one of my favorites. And then, of course, magical realism, queer and feminist horror. So Witches We Became by Jill, I can't even pronounce that, a queer YA horror novel about high school seniors trapped on a Florida island, confronting trauma, dark secrets, and discovering empowerment. So that is my TBR list.
One author you should add is Jerry Smith Reddy.
Jerry Smith, what now?
Jerry Smith Reddy. That is her name. Smith Reddy is a hyphen.
Jerry Smith Reddy. Okay.
Amazing writer, left, right, and center. I don't care she's got a few standalones, and then she has one series. It's the Shade series. I never remember what the other two are called. That's a YA novel. Well, novels. Aiden started reading that one as soon as she could really start understanding the words. Like, she loves Jerry Smith Reddy. Another one is called Crier's Cross. That one is, it pulls you in. It's very it's a twister, I guess is the best way to put it, because it's one of those that you think you know which way it's going to go, and then it goes, surprise. It just ends up in a totally different direction. And then she has a series, The Vampire DJs. That series
is Vampire what?
The Vampire DJs. I don't remember what they're all called, but these are all vampires that are stunted in the era that they were changed. So if you have one of them that was changed into a vampire in, say, the 1800s, they're going to have the more classical type music and all of that, and the waltzes and things like that. But somebody changed in the 1950s is going to want more of the big band sound and thing, So they actually are DJs at a radio station. And it's a whole series, and it's actually really, really good, but not YA. That one isn't YA. But it's, Jerry Smith Ready is just an amazing author and an amazing human. I have never had the chance to meet her face to face, but I have been in groups of hers that she has ran for beta readers and such. And I would recommend her to everyone because I believe she's really got something for everyone. She's even got a younger series for like the early teens, kind of. So yeah, she's literally got something for damn near everyone.
That's cool. That's
Where
really
should
cool.
people? Where should people? We should have like a request line. Things that we should add to our list of what other people should suggest we add to our reading list.
Well, they could put it in the request.
Even have. We could probably even have a book talk podcast separate from our Saturday thing.
Well, yeah. if you go to our website, ramblingsofthemad.com, and you click on what you're reading and whoever posts books I can't wait to read, like this is my list, and you scroll all the way to the bottom, there's a comment section. If you want to leave suggestions of books I should add to this list, write a comment there and let me know so I can add it to my list, because that would be amazing. I love hearing about what other people want to read. So you can comment there for books that for us to read. And hopefully these two will be posting their list here soon. So that way people can comment there as well. And I also have my suggested reading from books I've already read. I called it Required Reading for a World on Fire.
I didn't even see that on the Substack.
I mean,
because these are all books tied to politics and power and resistance and personal growth. These are not my my fiction books that I love to read. I'll make a separate list for that. But these are all the books that you should be reading right now because of what's going on in the world, and it will break your brain reading through some of these. So yeah, there's one book on here that's a little weird, but it's the oral history of punk, and it ties into the whole culture and resistance thing because growing up listening to punk and being within that culture, you kind of understand what they're about. And the book is called Please Kill Me by Legs McNeil and Gillian McCain. Great book. Oral history, absolutely imperative to learn because it's just mind-blowing. But yeah, I won't read through this entire list, but you guys can go to ramblingsofthemad.com and read it there because it's amazing. It's a good series.
I agree.
I will definitely start making my list and getting it put together.
Yes.
I'll work on that at some point. At some point.
I feel that.
I'll focus on the photo editing, stuff.
Between all the editing that we do and trying to storyboard stuff, and it's hard
cross
to find time
posting
to
on platforms. Yeah, try to get our name out there for sure.
And losing our account with the most followers has been harsh. Because that's going to have a little bit of
impact,
a setback for us. It's going to have a little bit of an impact for us, but we'll get through it like always.
Yep, we shall.
We'll get through it. Mm-hmm. So I think this is a good place to call it for tonight.
I agree.
We've talked a lot about some funny things, some good things, and some book recommendations, video games. We talked about it all. Good cast.
On my list, I might also put ones. I'll call them Aiden approved. Anything that my daughter recommends, I'll also put on there.
Oh, hey, yeah, that would be perfect. Oh, I could do the same thing with my daughter because all she reads is anime.
You get on an anime list, and it's gonna go crazy. It's gonna go crazy if we add an anime list.
Right. I'll message her later and see what she says. Okay.
She doesn't know me, but tell her I said hi.
Okay. I will. She probably just got off work now, is on our way home. So hopefully. I miss her. It's been 4 months since I've seen her. So hopefully she'll be able to come down in October once she starts able to accrue PTO. We'll see. Anyway, I think that's it for us tonight. Thank everybody for watching us and tuning in. Please make sure to go to ramblingsofthemad.com and subscribe so you can keep abreast of any issues that we like to post about, and also subscribe to our Twitch and our YouTube. So whenever we go live, you guys can be here with us. Have a great night, everybody.
Stay loud, stay mad.
Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in here at Ramblings of the Mad. If you want to find us again, go ahead and follow us on Blue Sky, Spotify, anytime, anywhere you find your podcast, we're probably there. You want to tune in live next time, just log into Twitch, and we're on YouTube too. We're literally everywhere at Ramblings of the Mad. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Get some Z's, bruhs.
I'm a big